Hello, everybody. This is Team 23, and we are here to present to you GPS enabled golf balls Introduction to Ireland. I am George Aguiar.
I'm Jason Abel.
I'm Ashley White.
Dominic Nee.
As we move into the next page here, we will be introducing our product.
So our product is a golf ball that we've enabled with a GPS system. And you can see on the picture on the right, we found a way to embed a GPS chip within the center of a golf ball. One of the benefits, or a couple of the benefits of doing this, is we were able to capture key statistics that golfers are interested in, such as ball speed, the spin coming off of the golf club, and then the distance carried. We've also enabled a feature that works with an app similar to the Find My iPhone, but we call it Find My Golf Ball. So when your ball is lost or you're in the rough, you can't find it, you can speed up play by using that app to play a noise on the ball so you can find it. Golf is governed by the R&A and USGA, so some of the challenges we had was designing a ball that met the standards of both of those groups and the regulations, and this ball does. It also captures the same stats as a golf simulator, and golf simulators run, $5,000 to $20,000 a piece. This is a much more economical way to track those statistics just by using the ball. And the only way you would lose this ball is if it happened to go into the water because of that Play My Golf Ball feature. Now I'm going to hand it over to George, who's going to talk about the economic situation in Ireland.
So as we looked at the economics in Ireland and determined that it would be a good fit, we did see that Ireland is in the top 20 countries in the world for market potential. So there's a great growth that will be available there. Also, along with all the other countries, they did have a contraction from COVID, and but they are set to rebound in 2021. The population also does benefit from a high level of well-being, meaning that they are a society that is consistently outdoors doing things, and they have low pollution and so forth. So we thought that'd be a good benefit there. From U.S. operated firms in Ireland, right now there's about 700 firms that are present. And so there is a strong international base there. Along with that, we did find that Ireland continues to be a good destination for foreign business. They have a stable political system, and they also they have a very supportive regulatory and tax regime. And it's interesting, we found an article that actually talked about how some of the domestic businesses were unhappy with the way that at times the government was too attractive for foreign businesses. So that is the main reason that we think that Ireland would be a good place to take our business to. And now I'm going to transition over to Ashley.
Absolutely. Thanks, Jorge. And so I am going to touch a little bit on and expand a little bit on the global market assessment for our GPS golf product line. And so we feel that not only our organization is ready to enter Ireland, but the product itself is very suitable. When it comes to our goal to internationalize, we feel that it would be best to get our product out to one of the number one golfing destinations in the world. Golf is one of the number one products as it relates to our product. And in Ireland, over 540 million euros were spent. So one of the things this tells us is that our company's sales potential will be really good over the next 3 to 5 years. The other thing about Ireland is it's very attractive as it relates to getting our product line out there. With over 300 golf courses and the number one golf course in the world, we feel like this will be a really attractive market for us. And it also allows us to be in the area where since this is the number one golfing destination in the world, we'll be able to keep track on some of the key trends in the golf industry. we'll also be able to keep track on some of the competitors in the golf industry as well. So with that, we just have to choose our distribution of choice. And with that, we'll go ahead and turn it over to Dominic, who's going to talk about the market entry strategy.
So with the GPS features and the ability to hopefully not lose as many golf balls, really we are targeting a golfer that wants a high quality ball and wants to be able to play with a premium golf ball, but not have the high cost that they find from some of the competitors in the market today. And the main, kind of the top competitors in the golf ball industry are Titleist, Callaway, and TaylorMade. And you're looking at €4 to €5 per ball in Ireland from those companies. We plan to come in a similar price range, but with the sales and marketing strategy of not losing as many balls. We want to utilize a subscription-based e-commerce model, and the key partnership we see within Ireland is a startup golf company named Seed Golf. And Seed Golf has a similar strategy to what we're focused on here, where they believe that every golfer should have the ability to play with premium equipment without having to worry about the cost. Or when you come up to that tee shot where you're hitting over the water, you shouldn't worry about losing a ball and pulling one of your garbage balls out of your bag to use. You should be able to continue to use your top quality equipment. And they utilize a direct-to-consumer business model. They have a subscription-based process, all online, all e-commerce. They're able to keep prices low because they don't sponsor professional athletes. They don't have the additional markup from using, sporting goods stores or other distributors. So we feel like they are a good partner for us. Similar strategy, similar target market, and with them being a startup and understanding the Irish golf market, we feel like it would be a beneficial partner for us. And I'll hand it over to Jason to talk about some of the challenges with exporting into Ireland.
Well, guys, the devil's really in the details here. Before we can start hitting the Irish links, we've got a few things to overcome. And I'm going to talk to you about kind of global componentry, some of the things that the hurdles we'll have to overcome in terms of tariffs, taxes, and then finally labeling. If we were making just a golf ball and sending it to Ireland, that would be a different thing. However, with the GPS enabled golf ball, we'll be using global componentry. And with that global componentry and with the electronics, we have to figure out a way to smoothly get our product into the market and avoid getting tied up in customs, which can be incredibly costly and really cripple our young startup. So, like I was talking about, these challenges include shipping an item made from international or global components. Global components can cause additional headaches as certificates of origin are going to be needed to provide for each individual component of the golf ball. However, we feel as though since most of the value of our goods is going to be added in the United States, we'll still be able to take full advantage of the United States European Union trade deals. And our strategy includes purchasing GPS-enabled chips from Taiwan and partnering with a firm such as Bridgestone for final assembly. After final assembly, we've really got to execute a really sound export strategy to maximize profitability. Now, the reason why we chose these contract manufacturers to help us out is because a lot of the expertise with GPS lies in Taiwan. And then from a stateside perspective, virtually all golf balls are made in the United States. And Bridgestone is already the contract manufacturer for firms such as Nike. So we feel as though partnering with those two will give us a good sound product to enter the market. But first, you've really got to understand the entrance fees. And this is important because it allows us to accurately forecast pricing, which then helps us better determine sales. This is a crucial step for maximizing our profitability, as U.S. exports enjoy pretty average tariffs of about 3% a duty of 5 to 8%, and a value-added tax of around 23%. It's important to note that there's currently no golf ball manufacturers in the EU, as that expertise lies over here. And like I was saying, same thing with the GPS chips. There's no manufacturers in Europe to partner with, so partnering with someone in Taiwan allows us to enter the market. But the beauty of that is that from a competition standpoint, everyone else is bringing their products as a import into the EU or into Ireland in particular. So a golf ball in itself, it would be a very straightforward export. However, since it's a GPS-enabled golf ball, that's where the devil's in the details. We have to figure out ways to get several certifications to be able to sell our golf balls in Europe. And you have to come up with labeling so that you can show the duty officers and the folks working at customs that your product does indeed fit European needs. So for instance, we'll have the CE labeling that meets all European Union directives, such as ROHS certification, which is going to be needed to ship a GPS-enabled electronic into the European Union. The ROHS is a certification that means our product has also been tested for hazardous substances, and we'll also need the WEEE labeling on our package since it's Bluetooth enabled. We'll also be required to provide a tracking label with each item in case there's a need for a recall. Also properly labeling our products and providing a declaration of conformity will ensure that we don't get stonewalled in customs, which can be a relatively painful process. We'll also be providing hard and soft copies of the declaration of conformity with our bill of lading, as well as to our European distributor, Seed Golf. Yet the biggest challenge to overcome is awareness, and that's what Dominic talked about. So being able to partner with a firm that is established, that really shares a lot of the same values we share as an organization, is incredibly important to be able to really see our distribution strategy through, maximize profitability, and really deliver value to the consumer, as we feel like we have a highly differentiated product that offers a lot of upswing, if you will, for golfers looking to up their game. So as you know, golf equipment represents a large portion of the sales, or a large portion of sporting goods sales in Ireland. And as the group discussed, this is why we feel a lot of these strategies are what we'll need to employ to be successful as a company. So in closing, or you can go to the last slide. Hey, we just want to say thanks. Thanks for listening to our project. We feel like this is a really cool, really neat product. We had a lot of fun working on it together. We all chipped in, brainstormed, thought of different ways to overcome obstacles, to be successful, maximize profitability. So in all, thanks, and we hope you all enjoyed this.
Thank you.